Hello everyone, I'm Geek Freak and welcome to the video. And welcome to my series, You Know What Ticks Me Off. This is the series where I point out the things that really ticks me off. From the internet to reality, games, movies, everyday stuff, etc, etc. From the really small things to the really big things. Some of you guys may get it, and some of you may not get it, as to why I make segments of the subject that I'm talking about. And these are segments that matters to me. Some of you might find them pointless, some of you might find them interesting. But if there's a certain thing in real life or on the internet or any books or games or etc that you want my thoughts on, and if that certain subject really ticks me off, I just might make a segment about it. So without further ado, let's resume with the video. You know what really ticks me off? Online gaming stores. Now I'm not talking about the gaming stores that you see online. You know, places like HMV or, stuff like that. I'm talking about gaming stores like the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store. You know, the places where you buy subscriptions and download games and buy add-ons, etc. You guys know what I'm talking about. As for me, I've got a PlayStation 4. I've never had an Xbox except for that one time, but it's been many years since then. And I'm not sure if there's a Nintendo store or a Nintendo shop equivalency to the Xbox and the PlayStation Store. But let's just say, for example, there is one. A PlayStation Store, an Xbox Store, and a Nintendo Store shop. Just like the PlayStation Store you can see on here now. Now, since I've got a PlayStation 4, I'm just going to use the PlayStation 4 Store as an example. Now, the reason why the PlayStation Store ticks me off is because, well, it's exactly that. This is supposed to be the PlayStation Store. You would have thought they would have had every single game ever made that was made for the PlayStation, or games that was put on multi-game consoles, like the Xbox or a Nintendo console. And no, I'm not talking about games that was exclusive for the Xbox or the Nintendo. I'm talking about games that was scattered to the PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Now, I don't know about the Xbox or the Nintendo Store, but my question is this. Why hasn't PlayStation put every single game that was ever created for their console on their PlayStation Store? The PlayStation 1s, 2, 3, 4, from all regions. Japan, Europe, America. I mean, here's the thing. I don't see PlayStation re-releasing their old PlayStation 1 games or 2 games or 3 games on physical copies, and you get them at the store. And I don't see PlayStation going out of their way to get every single game from other regions in order to release them in physical format so other regions can play what the other regions have been playing. I don't see them doing that. And I don't think you can actually play the PlayStation 1 or 2 or 3 on a PlayStation 4 or 5. I have no idea. And it is really hard to find physical copies of PlayStation 1s, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, mostly PlayStation 1 and 2 and maybe 3. And give it a few more years and the PlayStation 4 games will be hard to find as well on physical media. You know, the box and a disc. And maybe some people out there might actually want to play these old PlayStation 1, 2, 3 and 4 games. People who used to play the PlayStation 1, 2 or 3 games. Or people who have never played the PlayStation 1, 2 or 3 games might want to check them out. Because I certainly do. Now, I used to own a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 3. But I didn't play every single PlayStation 1, 2 or 3 game. I would love to play Dino Crisis 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1. The Dragon Ball Z Budokai games on the PlayStation 2, and I would love to play the Dead Space games again. I would love to play these games again. And there are other games like Ogs of War that's on the PlayStation 1, Ratchet & Clank on the PlayStation 2 and 3, and loads more games that I wish to play again. But there are also games that I never got a chance to play on the PlayStation 1, 2 and 3 that I wish I gave a try, like the Resident Evil games on the PlayStation 1 and 2. There are loads of games that was on these consoles that I never got to try, but I would like to try. And there are people out there who probably grew up with the PlayStation 3 or 4 and never got a chance to play the PlayStation 1 or 2s. The main point is, I think the PlayStation Store should have every single PlayStation 1, 2, 3 and 4 game from all regions, Japan, Europe and North America, and have them all available for all regions. Europe and America could play the Japanese games that never got to see the light of day outside of Japan. Japan and North America could play the European games, and Japan and Europe could play the American games. All regions can get their hands on all games on the PlayStation Store and get every single game from the PlayStation 1, 2, 3 and 4 ready for download. Seriously, the PlayStation Store should already have this already. To have every single PlayStation 1, 2, 3 and 4 game in existence ready to download from the PlayStation Store to our consoles. Seriously, why hasn't PlayStation done this? I mean, come on, it's the PlayStation Store. They should have every single PlayStation game in existence ready to download anywhere in the world. Why haven't they done this yet? And again, I don't know if the Xbox has every single Xbox game ever since the first Xbox console came out, and the same for the Nintendo. Again, I'm only using the PlayStation 1 as an example, but the Xbox Store and the Nintendo Store should have every single game that was ever on their consoles ready for downloading for people to try out. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want this, having to have access to all the old games? And if you ask me, I think the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Store and the Nintendo Store should have every single game that was ever on their console and ready to buy and download onto their consoles from the PlayStation 1, 2, 3 and 4 from all regions for all regions to download and play at any time. And that's what I would like to see on the PlayStation Store. Every single PlayStation game from all regions ready to download from the PlayStation Store from the PlayStation 1 all the way to the PlayStation 4. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. And just an update, it isn't just the PlayStation 1, 2, 3 and 4 games I would like to see on the PlayStation Store, but I would also like to see the Sony handheld gaming consoles. You know, the PSP, the PSP Vita, basically all the PlayStation portable games. I would also like to see them too on the PlayStation Store for us to download and play. And that, my friend, is why I hate the PlayStation Store. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out. Thank you guys for watching. And if there's a series you want me to check out and review and give my thoughts on it, or if there's a top 10 list you want me to do, or any reactions, or responses, or rants on anything geeky, just leave links and comments in the comment sections below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. If you guys want to go and check out my other social medias, I'm on Gab, Discord, BitChute, Dailymotion, Reddit, Subscribestar, Minds, Instagram, Twitch, DeviantArt, Pinterest, Parler, My Anime List, and Vidya. And don't forget to check out my Skeptic channel, Gypsy Freak. And my other social medias are down there in the description box below, so if you want to go and check them out, please do. And if you guys want to support this channel, I'm on PayPal, Patreon, and GoFundMe. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss another video. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.